So I'm just going to go through a tutorial of how to use the AutoCAD Driver companion app, which is what OneCall use. So to load up, press the AutoCAD Driver app. If it's your first installation, it'll open on this screen saying enter activation code. You can ignore that, and if you see at the bottom it says use username and password. If you tap that, put your email address and the password that's been sent to you. If it's your first login, once you put that password in, it'll ask you to then pick an easier password. Sign in. Okay, just X that off. So this is what the driving companion looks like when you log on. From the left hand side it says miles. That's set now for furthest to nearest to furthest, which is obviously how you'd want it. If you catch zones you can put them in alphabetical order, but obviously I don't think you particularly need that. The first column with a clock, that's jobs available now. Because I'm not logged on, it won't populate, or it takes a bit longer to populate. The next column is jobs available in 10 minutes. The third column is free cars. If we log on, a job will come through. So it says the pickup address and where it's going to. So Warren Road to Lord Street. To reject it, you swipe to the left. There's no penalty if you do. To accept it, you swipe to the right. When the job comes through, it opens with a little mini map. The person in green is just a pinpoint of where the customer is. As you can see where it says pick up Liam demo, that tells you the name of the customer. Warren Road, it tells you the road. It would have a number on, but because it's a demonstration, I haven't put a number on it. Close. If you want more details, tap the blue bar. It tells you it's a cash job. The steering wheel indicates a certain capability, so this indicates that I'm a regular customer. The other two are for internal use, so you don't have to worry about them. So it tells you where you're picking up, it tells you where you're going to. To get that to disappear, you just tap the blue bar again. As you approach the pickup, you do text or ring back by sliding the orange circle to the right. That does text or ring back to the customer. If you're outside and you want to phone the customer, which we always recommend, you tap the little phone icon, press phone customer. Your phone will start ringing, it will show C4's number. If you answer that, you'll then hear a ringtone, and that's you dialing the customer. So you don't have the customer's phone number and vice versa. I'll just decline that. When the customer gets into the car, sorry, that's just me calling myself. When the customer gets into the car, to start the meter, just swipe the orange circle to the right hand side again. Starts the meter, waiting time kicks in instantly. Shows the destination is Lord Street. You can use the little mini map that's built in by tapping the little arrowed loop on the top left hand side of the map. That draws you a route, and if you press the location device, it pinpoints on top of you. You can use that route, or if you press the black triangle, you can select Waze or Google Maps. Select Waze. As you can see, the meter overlays on top of the maps anyway, so there's no surprise for the customer when you come off the map and go back to the meter. If you want to go back into the system, just tap the meter. But if you accidentally ever come off the app, you can just tap the app and it takes you to exactly the same point. If you want to change the destination of where you're going, this says Lord Street. Say the customer gets in and says, actually I want to go to Ainsdale or Liverpool or wherever. You press the magnifying glass, change destination. You can just put a postcode in. It finds it, and again you can use the built-in map, or you can use whichever mapping system you use. To drop off, swipe to drop off. This tells you how many minutes waiting time there is. It also tells you the distance you've travelled. It'll also tell you if the customer's got any app rewards or there's any promo codes. Any app rewards or promo codes are paid by the company. So say if they had £5 credit, when you swipe to drop off, £5 will be knocked off your settle. To message the office, see the little envelope, tap the envelope at any time. You can do it while on a job or off a job. Press send the message. If you tap free type, you can just type whatever message you want. There's some preset messages in there. To go back, you just press the back arrow to complete the job. Swipe complete. Then plot you back in. So I'm position 1, High Park. So let's get the jobs to load. Sorry, that's just me text back. So let's just try bidding on a job. put a hidden job in the system just so we can test it. So when a job appears in the first column, which is the jobs available now, you just tap on the job and you just press OK, and as you can see it says Quick Cars Southport office going to Kew Woods. Just press OK to bid. Put them back on. You always want the first column, which is the clock, always on, otherwise you'll never be able to see any live jobs. Okay, so this job's come through, it's got a via, so it's Quick Cars via Lord Street going to Tesco's and Kew. Again, you can swipe and reject it with no penalty, or you can swipe to accept it. If you get the job and then you realise you don't have time to do the job, you can press the white arrow at the top right hand side, press commands, press recover. The first one there's no penalty, the second one's 10 minutes, the third one's 20 minutes within a 24-hour period. The only reason for this is because once you accept the job, it sends a text to the customer. So if someone is accepting jobs and recovering, obviously it's starting to annoy customers, whereas we think the first one, if you accept the job without looking and it's going to Manchester Airport and you need to get fuel, then that's fine. But then obviously if you're doing repeated ones in a 24-hour period, there's a problem. But obviously you don't have to accept them at all. You can just swipe to reject them. So as you're approaching the pickup, you can do swipe to arrive. Might arrange a pickup because it's a test job. So you would do text back, then you can call the customer. Say if you ever got the message you're out of area and you're outside the house, say there's an issue with the customer booking on the app, or they've said they're at one spa and they're actually at another and you drive to it, to start the meter, tap the meter and press start, and that'll just start the meter running as normal. If the customer isn't at the pickup, tap the blue bar, tap the first pickup, okay, so you can swipe arrive, customer contacted. Now once you've done that, if you tap pick up and pick up again, there's a button there that says no fare. Press no fare, press yeah. Gotta wait 1 minute 30 seconds I think at the pickup, which isn't excessive. So let's just speed that up. Okay, so you've been given a no fare, and then the customer comes out of the house. They couldn't find the keys or whatever usually happens with customers. So all you have to do is press the white arrow and press street pickup. It'll start the meter and you can just set the destination. You show up as blue on the system to the operator so they can see that you've been on a cancelled job and that you're using the street pickup mode. Again, just use that. Just go through that as normal. You just swipe to complete, swipe to drop off. Okay, so we'll just cover bidding again. So you can see all of the one symbols on the left hand side, so underneath the clock. So there's Crosslands bid, shows you the pickup, Brook Street to Botanic, McGull, Days to Tower Hill, Croxteth, Showcase Cinema to Fazakerley Hospital. So you can see pretty much all the information whenever you go to bid. The green jobs that have just popped up in Formby, they indicate that it's a VIP account, so obviously they're usually a higher rate, so they're worth bidding on. We have an emergency feature which you can find at any point. So if you press the white arrow, press emergency and press confirm. An emergency isn't if someone hasn't paid you your fare, you just contact the office and get them blocked. That just means if you think you're under threat, press emergency. It notifies the office and notifies the nearest 6 cars. So it also gives them your address, not your address, your location. So obviously use it sparingly, but obviously it's there if you need it. When if you drop off in Southport and you generally work in Liverpool or vice versa, you press as if you're going to log off, which is the bottom right button. Press destination mode, set destination. You can put anything you want in set destination. Liverpool, Height and Kirby, whichever you want. Press confirm. It'll only give you jobs given in that direction. It does work really well. So say if you were going from Southport and there's a job Southport to Ormskirk, it'd give you that. And then say there was one Ormskirk going to Huyton or going in that direction. Obviously, you may not get a job straight from Southport to Huyton, but it will work you back in that direction, so it's useful. If you ever want to come off it, just tap the button on the right hand side, just press online, just puts you straight back into the system. When you're going to finish a shift, press the button on the right hand side, press offline, then see the 3 lines on the hamburger menu, and then you just press log out. There's a few bits I just want to show you first. Job history shows you all the jobs that you've done. Driver's sheet shows you the settle that you owe or what's been paid out to you. Driver documents, that's a work in progress. Reports, when you tap it, if nothing happens, just scroll up, you can press earnings. Shows you what you've earned a week, month. You can set your own date range. You can see the whole month. They only stay on for 2 months and then they disappear. There's another button there for help. Shows you all the stuff we've discussed now, plus a lot more. The settings, this is useful for screen brightness and alert. We also have a text to speech button, so it'll tell you job available Daysbrook, job available Kew Wood. So if you have that on a Saturday night, it means you don't have to keep watching the set. Zone alert change, I have that switched off because when you drive through a zone it makes a beep, but you can have it on if you want. Set app theme, you can have it as auto, that's day, night, but I have mine default set to night as my whole phone set to night, so that's why it stays on it. Other stuff, what's new, that's just information from AutoCab, and drivers news, that's where we'll send you an update or a newsletter when you're logged on. You can also check your vehicle details to make sure they're correct, which are in there, and your license. If your license is about to expire, like mine is, you can upload your new badge once you've got it, just straight into the system, so it'll be updated. Offline. I think that's pretty much everything. There's a lot of new features coming, so I'll probably have to do another one in a couple of weeks, but for now I think that'll do. Thank you.